Hello everyone, this is Darren from DragonCharts. In today's video stock analysis, we'll be looking at Delta Corporation that trades on the Indian National Stock Exchange. Although the general broad market of India has been in a downtrend, correcting from its highs for many months, there are certain stocks that are starting to show bullish action and relative strength to the broad market, and these are stocks that could become the next leaders when the market resumes its uptrend. And this is one stock that caught our eye when doing our stock scanning sessions with our stock scanning software tonight. Let's take a look at why we like this pattern. First of all, we notice that looking at this chart, we're going back all the way to November of 2010, as you can see here. Each one of these candlesticks represents 1 day of price action. And the first thing that caught our eye about this is the fact that the stock's about ready to break out of a protracted downtrend. We're drawing a trend line here, and you can see connecting the highs all the way back here in November of 2010, connecting with the highs of April 2011 and then the highs of May 2011. We see that the stock is once again approaching resistance of this downtrend line. Now this is actually important because a breakout above the high of this trend line will actually send the stock on its way to making another leg higher and actually reversing its range-bound sideways price consolidation. Now when looking at trend lines, the longer that the trend has been in place, the more powerful the eventual breakout will be. So since this trend has been in place all the way since November of last year, basically 6 months, it stands to reason that when the stock does move above the high of this price line, the upward momentum will be very fast and rapid. Now the other thing we like about this setup is the fact that it has several of its moving averages, key moving averages below it. The blue line here represents the 20-day exponential moving average, and the green line is the 50-day moving average, and this red line that you see right here is the 200-day moving average. Now notice that all three of these moving averages have converged in the same area, within basically nearly the same price. And all three of those moving averages are below the current price of the stock. Now when one moving average is below the price of a stock, it's powerful, but when several of them converge together in the same price area, it becomes even more powerful, because when the stock pulls back, those moving averages tend to act as kind of a rubber band to send the price back up. So we often look for convergence of moving averages and convergence of trend lines. So what we anticipate here is that in the near term, within the next couple of days, the price of Delta Corp will move above the high of this downtrend line that's been in place for 6 months. And even if the stock price does pull back, the prior downtrend line will now act as support, because the prior resistance level always becomes the new support after the resistance is broken. Furthermore, we've got convergence of 3 key moving averages that we watch as well. So we really have this stock on our radar as a potential buy entry above the 90 rupee level, right around here. If it gets above that level, we're looking at a substantial breakout. There's a bit of resistance here from these prior highs of April, around 100. So one could consider scaling into the position, taking a partial buy entry around 90 and adding to the position above 100. The price target then in the intermediate term would be resistance of the highs all the way back here in November, around the 140 level. Now, that's a pretty substantial move. That represents a move of about 50%, 50% gain from the current price. And of course, a protective stop should always be in place. In this case, a very obvious stop loss placement should be below the 80 rupee level, because that represents the prior swing low. This price right here is called the swing low, and it also would cause the stock price to be below all 3 moving averages, which is a signal to get out. So if you like this analysis and you'd like to see more of these analyses every day, join us at DragonCharts, where you can view live daily webinars, stock analysis sessions, and learn how to pick the best stocks in the various Asian markets. See you tomorrow.